if we look at the world or like the universe or the multiverse, I don't know, is a multiverse a thing? I don't. Is that a physical thing like in physics?
I've been reading a book, and this one it's called Our Mathematical Universe by Max Tegmark, I think.
Okay.
And he talks. There's actually 4 levels, theoretically, of a multiverse, and okay, I'll give like a real quick explanation because I don't want to go on too long about because I don't feel like I explain it super well. But essentially, the first level is so if space is infinite, right? Then that means there's a finite amount of arrangements atoms can be in a specific space, right? Mm-hmm. Does that make sense? Mm-hmm. So essentially, if space is infinite, then there's an infinite amount of like Earths where we're having this exact conversation, stuff like that, right? Yeah. So there's an infinite amount of things, right? So the idea is that the level 1 multiverse, and the problem when talking about multiverse is like people use the word multiverse in different settings. Yeah. So this doesn't mean like completely different universes because it's all part of like the same universe. But essentially, level 1 would be just copies of like these infinite. Like for example, the observable universe, right? It's 13.8 billion light years. Yeah. So that right next to it is another one that would be like a separate multiverse or universe. So that's level 1. And again, I don't know if I'm explaining it amazingly. So then level 2, level 2 is essentially, so there's this thing called inflation theory. I don't know the math behind it or anything like that, but it says that when the Big Bang happened, space started expanding. And you know how when bread dough rises, right? And then you have like a normal loaf of bread, there's like the air pockets in it. Yeah. So the idea is that the universe is a similar thing where it rises super fast, causing these pocket universes to form. And in each universe, the laws of physics are the same, but there's different constants of physics. Yeah. So like an electron might weigh half as much in another universe. So it's really interesting because there's this idea of fine tuning. Have you heard of it?
In music?
No, it's some physics. I don't even know if you'd call it a theory. It's basically the idea that a lot of the physical constants are in such a specific amount to allow humans to exist. Like if an electron was just a few like grams heavier or whatever the number, I don't know the exact number. It's something like that, right? Like that. If it was just a little bit heavier, then maybe atoms wouldn't be able to form bonds and then humans could never exist, right? Okay. So a lot of religious people use that as an argument for, a divine person who created the universe with the fine-tuned things. But this inflationary idea is that, well, actually there's infinite amount of universes with all the different types of constants that exist, and we would just obviously we're going to be in the one that's good for human life, or else we wouldn't exist. Yeah. So then level 3 goes with quantum mechanics. Have you heard of the many worlds theory?
No.
So basically, have you heard of, so there's like Schrodinger's cat, right? Yeah. So an electron can be in a superposition of 2 positions at once, right? So if it's like spin up, the thought experiment is that it causes this liquid to spill, killing a cat in the box, right? And if it's spin down, it doesn't cause a liquid to spill, cat's alive, right? So the idea is you're taking this microscopic superposition and expanding it to macroscopic object, the cat. So it's like in a superposition of alive and dead, supposedly. So a lot of people just stop here, but the idea of the many worlds theory is that, well, now imagine I'm a scientist looking over the box, and I'm in a room with no windows, and a scientist is outside this room. Well, now I'm in a superposition to the scientist of seeing the cat dead or seeing the cat alive. And the idea is you can keep expanding this to the whole universe. And the many worlds theory basically says that when you measure the particle up or down, it doesn't just collapse, but there's another universe where it's measured the opposite. So that's like a level 3 multiverse where basically it has something to do with quantum mechanics, right? I'm going on a bit of a tangent. I can't even really explain level 4. I don't really know what it means. I haven't gone to that part of the book yet. But so there's theories for the multiverse. I think that's what you originally
asked. My question was, I was like, what is a multiverse? And then you went on to explain,